All right, it's finna get real. Shorty over here, she a master manipulator. So you know what that mean. You know what I mean? We gonna see how this story get. They finna sit down and question her, ask her what really went down. You know what I'm saying? What really happened? Tell us what the truth. You know what I'm saying? And we finna get the truth from Shorty, or we finna get the, you know what I mean? The, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we finna dig deep into it, see what we can figure out, see what the truth is, man. So tap in with your boy Broadway Beast, man, and we gonna go ahead and get in and see what this questionnaire like, man. Holla at him, cuz.
The woman you see about to be interviewed by the police is Pam Hupp. In August of 2016, Pam made a phone call to 911 claiming that she was being robbed by 33-year-old Louis Gumpenberger.
911, where's your emergency?
Hey, hello, there's someone breaking in my house. Help!
What's
Help!
the address you're at?
Help!
Want me to give you? Want me to get your wife?
No, I'm not getting in the car with you. No,
What's
get
your
away.
address?
Get out, get out, get out. Help!
Ma'am, what's the address you're at?
Help! Help!
I have somebody breaking into.
During the call, Pam fired all of the bullets in her gun at her attacker, then went outside to wait for the police.
Now let's be honest. If anybody heard that call, like I just heard that call, bruh, the help didn't sound like she really needed help. It sounded like it was set up. Like, let's be honest. It was like, help, help, help. Like, let's be real. If somebody sees somebody who coming in and it's a burglar, nigga, they finna scream. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They finna scream. Like, let's be honest. They about to be like, hey, they coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a little bit more dramatic. Like, she's not going to be able to say, help, pow, pow, help, ping, ping. Come on, man. She just hit him with the pums and try to ask for help. Like, let's hear the story.
Louis was pronounced dead at the scene, and Pam was brought in for questioning. Pam's first concern before the interrogation begins is that she is being recorded.
Did you ask him about the film?
What are you talking about?
Is this going to be filmed? Because I always appear on the news then, from Chris Hayes.
Oh, well, okay, I don't know about Chris Hayes, but in an incident such as this, okay, to protect you, to protect me, we're going to record it, okay? Just because that way, you know, it doesn't look like you're hiding anything, it doesn't look like I'm hiding anything.
Okay.
That way I don't misconstrue something you say down the road, you know, like I misinterpret something you said, or I thought you said one thing and you actually said another. So, okay. So, again, I appreciate you coming up here and talking to us.
So let's be real. Once Shorty asked if she was being recorded, now you got to take it, you know what I'm saying, as a great assault. You know what I'm saying? Is Shorty keeping it 100 with me when she come talk to me, or is she not? Because once she figured out is it being recorded, is she going, you know what I'm saying, come up with some story that she already thought about in her head when she comes sit down, or is she going to tell me the real? We going to tap in and see what's really going on with Shorty. Is Shorty going to tell the truth, or is Shorty going to keep telling lies? You know what I'm saying? Or is she going to be trying to manipulate the situation because she don't think we know the info? You know what I'm saying? When the questionnaires is asking the questions, you always got to know 95% of the time they already know the answer. So your best bet is to what? Wait for the lawyer. If you ain't got one, get the public defender and let them tell you what you can say and what you can't. Get straight to the point.
I know that you wanted to come up here instead of talking to the scene, which is great. I guess, is there, just out of curiosity, is there a reason why you came up? Is it cooler here or something?
No.
Temperature-wise?
The officer said that I had to go back to here to repeat everything.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't want to go anywhere.
well, I appreciate you coming up here with us, okay, and we'll take you home.
I just want to
We
go
can
anywhere
take you home,
but
too.
there.
Anywhere but there?
So that
Fair
was
enough.
fine to come here.
Fair enough.
During the investigation into the shooting, the police found a note in Louis' pocket. This read, "Kidnap Hupp. Get Russ's money from Hupp at her bank, then kill Hupp. Take Hupp back to the house and get rid of her." All of the evidence, including the 911 call, seemed to be staged, and the police knew something wasn't right.
Come on, bro. Like, who gonna have a letter in their pocket saying what to do. Like, man.
As they uncovered more evidence in this case, what they found was shocking.
I got home, opened up the garage, pulled in, got my dog, walked him out in front so he could go pee, and he did his thing. Went back, put him inside, gave him a treat, came back out. I was gonna run back up to the mall. I was supposed to pick up a purchase that I from Best Buy and make an appointment. My appointment's Friday. I was gonna run up there, see if I could get it early. So I was gonna run back up there, and as I started pulling out and got halfway out, I noticed as I was backing out that a car came down really fast down the cross street and whipped around right in front of my driveway, because I'm right at the end. Here's the cross street and here's my driveway. So they came out and did this right in front of my driveway, and I looked up because it was so fast and startling, and somebody jumped out, and I was like, wow, somebody, I don't know what I thought, if somebody was hurt, I don't know what was going on. It was so fast. And then he ran up, I was halfway out the drive where I was parked, and he jumped in my car. He opened up the door and jumped in my car.
Which door?
The passenger.
Front or back?
Oh.
So she remembered the passenger door. You see, hear this story? Now we gonna listen up a little bit closer and see if she changed up anything, because we hear what she's saying, how it happened. He came in the passenger side and all this little woo wop, but we gonna have to figure out what the real is.
Front.
Or passenger front? Go ahead.
And he had a bunch of stuff in his hands. I don't know what he had, but he had a knife also, but he had something in his other arm. I don't know what he had. And he put a knife and kept going, just yelling random stuff like, you're gonna take me to the bank and get Russ's money. Take me to the bank, you're gonna take me to the bank. He put a knife up to my throat there and was yelling stuff. And he kept looking behind him like this. So I put it in gear, and I was thinking how I was gonna get out of there when he was looking, and he kept yelling, coming back, and then he looked back again, and I hit his arm with the knife and then shot out of the car and ran inside.
Okay, so you were, I just want to make sure I understand. So you'd already been home, fed the dog, gave him his treat, and you were getting ready to leave. So when you got home, did you leave the car in the driveway, or did you pull in the garage?
I was in the garage.
Okay, so you pulled the car all the way in.
Yes.
And then you got out and you tended to the dog.
No, I did not pull it in the garage.
Oh, so she don't remember. She was in the garage, or was she not in the garage? We need the real story. Come on now.
I always pull it in the garage when I'm going to stay, but no, I stayed right there because I was leaving.
Okay,
So right where it was.
So where
it was still
where it was-
running. Yeah,
okay.
I just ran in to let him out.
Okay, so you were only in the house just a couple
I was
minutes
just
more?
Oh, not even a couple minutes, just enough to put his leash on. I brought him out, walked him, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
All that kind of stuff.
That's definitely more than a couple minutes if you walked them.
How do you go in the house? When you pulled in the driveway to go in, how did you go in the house? Through what door?
The garage door.
Okay.
The garage, big one was open, and I ran through the garage door.
Pam was a very greedy person, and she knew how to manipulate those around her to get what she wanted. It all began in 2013 when Pam's mother, Shirley, would mysteriously pass away, and Pam would inherit a very large life insurance policy. Shirley's housekeeper would find her underneath the balcony of her apartment, where it appeared that the railing had been broken. The coroner's report would state that Shirley had passed away due to an accidental fall. The strange part was not how she fell, but how there was 8 times the normal dose of sleeping pills in her system.
Wait, so it was 8 times the normal dose of sleeping pills in her system. Come on, man. We know something happened. Like, ain't no way it didn't. Well, if it's that much.
Also, Pam was the last one to see her.
Kind of rushed through that. I just want to make sure I understand. So you went in, you let the dog out, you gave him a treat, you're ready to leave again, so you come back out of the house. How did you exit the house? How?
Out the same door.
Same door? Okay.
Yeah, I let him in the same door because the front door was locked.
Okay.
So I was coming in, I come in and out that door. Came out that door, got back in the car
Okay.
to go again.
Okay.
And that's when the car shot around and somebody jumped out. Before I knew it, they were sitting next to me.
Okay, so let's first describe the car. Can you give a description of the vehicle?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to the vehicle, more of the shriekness of their tires that they did. It was just a silver, wasn't as small as like a little Toyota, a little bit.
Oh, so she ain't know, but now it's silver and it's a little Toyota. That ain't making sense to me, man. Make it make sense. Make it sense. Make it make sense. Make the info ain't info in.
Bigger, but not a big one, sedan. It was 4 doors.
So 4-door, you would say mid-size? Is that?
Yeah, probably mid-size. Wasn't brand new.
I mean, as you reflect back, do you remember anything specific about, other than being silver and being 4 doors, anything on that? You said it wasn't that new.
No,
Anything else?
it wasn't like shiny, like you could tell it was. Like my crash, I just hit a 2004 Honda, kind of like older like that.
Oh, so you got a 2004 Honda, so you assume that the car is a 2004 because it's dingy like yours. Man, you just said you ain't know what kind of car it was. Like, come on, shorty.
You know, not that it was a piece of crap or anything, but it was, yeah.
It was a veteran car.
Yeah, grocery getter. And
Grocery getter.
that's all I remember about it. It was just so fast. Like I wasn't really even looking at the car. It was like, what's this hastiness that this car's doing? This quickness. I didn't know what was going on. It was just weird. It was getting weird. And it was like, because they tore around and he popped out and I'm like, my first thought was, did I know him? Because they did it so fast, but then I was like, and I looked back down and next thing I knew he was there, so.
Okay, so as I was up there for a few minutes and I noticed that there was an orange car parked on the street.
That's my next door neighbor's, it's
Okay,
broke
it's your
down.
neighbor's car? Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know where that
It's
came
broke
from.
down.
Okay.
It's been there a while.
The next person that would pass away, leaving Pam with more life insurance money, would be a woman named Betsy Farrier. Betsy had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and Pam would do everything she could to help her. Pam would work very hard to build trust with Betsy. Eventually, Betsy would make Pam the sole beneficiary of her $150,000 life insurance policy. She did this because she believed her husband Russ would spend all of the money. Pam promised that she would take the money and set up a trust for Betsy's daughters. The problem was, there was a good chance Russ might fight for the life insurance once his wife passed away. To solve this problem, Russ would be set up for the murder of his wife.
Wait. So this all about life insurance and who get that money last. That's messed up. That's why when you get that life insurance, don't tell nobody that you got it, man.
And I looked up again, the guy had shot out. When he pulled around, a guy like shot out, and I looked down again and thought, kind of strange. I don't even know if I thought it was strange, but it was weird. And so I looked up again as he was getting out and he squealed right off. The guy squealed right off. Like, I assume he shut the door, but I don't even know because I wasn't looking at that. I could hear it in that, and I was more looking at like, who's getting out of the car? You know, is it somebody I know? Because they're right in front of my driveway.
Okay. So that guy squeals away, the guy jumps in the passenger seat of the car. I know you described him as having a knife in one hand and something else in another.
Yeah, well, he had popped in when he opened up the door, and I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know. He just was in there so fast, but I know he was jumbling something in this arm and had a knife in the other hand. And then he switched somehow. I don't know if he set his stuff down or dropped it. I don't know what he did, but he had put the knife in the other hand then. So, and that's when he put it up here to me.
You're using your right hand. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Did you use your right hand because you're right-handed, or did you use your right hand because that's how you recall it happened, or?
That's how I recall that it happened. Because he had something in his right hand when he first got in, and then the first few seconds, I didn't see a knife or anything. I know he just had stuff, you know, and I was just like freaked out, and then all of a sudden he dropped stuff, and then he had a knife, so I'm guessing right.
Okay. So, what, if anything, did he say?
He said, "You're gonna take me to the bank and get Russ's money. We're going now, so get going," type stuff. And he just kept yelling stuff like that at me. And so at this time, I don't have it in gear or anything, or I do have it. No, I don't have it in gear. And I had put it in gear to go because I didn't know what to do. And then that's when I noticed he was looking back. I don't know if he was looking, because cars, I don't know what he was looking at, but he kept looking back and I noticed that, so I put it back in the gear and he said, "Get going right now, we're going to the bank." And then he looked back again like this and I hit his arm and I shot out of the car.
So when you say put it back in gear, you mean you put it back in park? Okay.
So my plan was to get out of the car somehow.
So when he came up and approached you at the car door and got in, the vehicle was in reverse with your foot on the brake?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it was still in park or in reverse.
Oh, wow. She don't know if it was in park or in reverse.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, so you kind of described the guy in the silver.
I think it was in reverse, but I can't swear to it. I don't know if I put it in reverse when he said let's go, or if I already had it in reverse. I don't know, because I kept looking at him and kind of I was miscombobbled on what the hell was going on with the situation. And next thing I know, he's there.
Okay.
At that point, no, you know what? No, it wasn't. I wasn't in gear. My car was running. I had left my car running when I came out. So it was in park.
On December 27, 2011, Russ returned home from work to find Betsy unresponsive with over 50 knife wounds in her body. After seeing the grisly crime scene, the police named Russ as their prime suspect. Russ was arrested and he would take the case to trial. Pam would testify against Russ, claiming that Russ was a terrible husband who would tell his wife that he couldn't wait for her to die. Pam's testimony against Russ would be the final nail in his coffin, and he would receive life in prison for something he did not do.
The driver of the vehicle, to the best of your ability, what you saw. Describe the guy that got in the vehicle with you.
The guy who got in with me, he had on shorts. He had on blue shorts, shortish hair, sandy blonde.
And now, forgive me, I did not go in the scene. I've not been in the scene.
Okay.
So is he a white male, black male,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hispanic male?
He's white male.
White male.
Who's taller than me. He had blue gym shorts on, and some sort of t-shirt, and sandy blonde hair, and I want to say his eyes were blue, but I'm not sure. It's not like they were like a bright blue or anything like that, noticeable. But I want to say they were light colored eyes. They weren't brown.
Okay.
I don't think. I could be wrong. I really wasn't looking at his face.
Notice anything, any smells?
He didn't smell. The only thing I noticed is he's yelling and getting more and more upset. He was slurring his words. I thought he was drunk. I didn't smell anything at all. But he did have, I don't know what he had with him, but he kept, like the more he kept repeating himself, he was getting all excited and he was, I thought he was drunk or on drugs or something like that, because I couldn't understand him half the time.
Right.
He was yelling crap, I couldn't even understand.
Okay, so he was slurring his words, but he didn't really smell of anything
Mm-mm.
at all.
I didn't smell anything.
Was he sweaty? Was he dirty? Was he clean?
Well, he didn't stink.
Okay.
Is he?
I didn't notice like greasy hair, like a homeless person or anything like that.
Okay.
He just looked like a normal person to
Okay.
me. I mean, he wasn't clean cut like you guys, like you're groomed, but he wasn't dirty, because I didn't smell anything or see like nasty hair or anything.
What
Oh, he wasn't clean cut, but he was grown. I mean, he wasn't grown.
age? About what age would you put him in?
I don't know, late 30s.
And of course, it begs the question. I don't know that we've just asked you straight. Have you ever seen this guy before?
Nope.
Don't know him. He doesn't look like somebody you've seen somewhere before with somebody else. I mean, as you remember back, you know, as you picture him in your mind, you cannot make any link between this guy and you.
No, I mean,
Once you say no, I mean, you got some extra to say.
I wasn't looking directly at his face. I was trying not to look at him. I do know when he did get in, there was something familiar about him, but I don't know him. So I don't know if I don't know. He seemed familiar, like I should know him, but I do not know him.
Russ would appeal his conviction, and the case would go to trial again. This time, justice would prevail, and Russ's conviction would be overturned. After spending 3 years in prison, he was finally a free man. It would seem that Pam was not very happy that Russ had been released from prison. Shortly after his release, a blonde woman would be seen driving around in Pam's car, claiming to be a Dateline producer. She would ask the people she met if they would be interested in reenacting a 911 call. The police found this out because one of the people that was asked became very suspicious of the interaction. Before interviewing Pam, the police knew that someone who matched her description was trying to reenact a 911 call. They were also aware that the 911 call sounded staged, and the evidence found on Louis had been planted there to frame Russ.
But did he have any type of accent that was noticeable to you?
I didn't know because he was bumbling, slurring, and at first I didn't really notice anything, but like I said, he was getting so excited and stuff. As he was yelling at me, I mean, it was like he was drunk. I mean, he was, I literally, like his tongue was this thick. I didn't know what was going on. I figured he was on something, alcohol or something. I didn't know. I knew something was not right because as he was getting excited, it was getting worse.
Okay.
The slurring was getting worse.
Yes.
The stumbling on his words. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hardly understand what he was saying. I could pick out like certain words, but he said one phrase inside made no sense. He said, you know, I think he said it out in the garage or out in the car too. Something about killing my wife. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't say anything, but it was weird. His wording.
He said that out in the car?
He said it out in a car, yelling at me, and when he was saying he was going to kill me.
Okay.
Wow.
So what are the things that you could understand him say? What are the things that he said to you?
Well, at first it was kind of clear in the car because he wanted me to go to the bank to get Russ's money. And
How did he say that?
he said some curse words, and then he said, we're going.
We can say those here.
Yeah, I'd like me to tell us what he said.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
well, a lot I couldn't understand, but he
Understand.
said when he first got in and he had I think I was yelling at him, I don't even remember, I think I was like, who are you, get out of my car, blah, 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 and he was like, bitch, we're going to the bank, and I'm like, then my mind just starts swirling, because I'm like, going to the bank, this is so freaking weird, and I'm like, I'm not going to the bank with you, get out of my car, and he goes, bitch, we're going to the bank, we're getting Russ's money, and he started getting all agitated and excited, and that's when he was yelling things, I wasn't listening, because I was forming how the hell I was going to get out of the car. So he was yammering crap, couldn't really understand him at that point, and my thought was to get the knife away and get the heck out of the car. That's all I was thinking about at that point. What he was saying, I don't know. As I ran into the garage, he ran after me. I heard the car door shut, and he was yammering stuff again about killing me. Again, my focus was to get in the house. I knew I had my phone in my pocket. I was trying to dial 911. I think I did it 3 times before it went through on my cell phone. By then I was inside, and he was trying to get the door. I was trying to hold the door. I couldn't get it locked then. And I was trying to get 911 on the phone. And he was saying stuff. And then the door he got in, it flew open, and I ran into the bedroom. He was yelling stuff, and as I was going in the bedroom, something again about killing my wife, him and Stevie me and Stevie are gonna kill your wife. And so I don't know who that is. I don't know a Steven or a Stevie or Steve. I don't know what he was talking about. He was so it was really hard. It's like his sentences weren't formed by then. And so none of it made any sense, but he did keep saying, get in the car. I ran in the bedroom. I tried to, I shut that door. I was trying to get it locked, wouldn't latch, got a problem with the door. And I got my gun, turned around, got my gun, nightstand right there, and he was pounding on the door. And once it flew open, that's when I shot him. And I just kept shooting him, because he just kept standing there.
How many times did you say you pulled the trigger?
I unloaded the whole gun.
Okay. So you pulled the trigger until it stopped firing?
I just kept pulling until it stopped.
Okay, so, and again, because I haven't been there yet, and I don't know what it looks like. Did any rounds go? Are there going to be any bullet holes in the door into the bedroom, or do you think that the door was fully?
No, I was in the bedroom.
I understand that, but you said the door flew open, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't start shooting until that door flew open and he was standing right there ready to approach into the bedroom. And I just started shooting and walking towards him because I wanted to be sure I hit him. Because everybody kept saying that's a little gun and blah, 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 and I better be close. So once that door opened and he was there, I just started shooting and walking towards him until I didn't have any more.
After they finish questioning Pam, they explain to her that they are waiting for more information from their bosses. While they wait, they begin talking with Pam about things unrelated to the attack. What's strange is Pam has just been attacked and she took the life of her attacker. Most people that would have gone through this experience would usually be emotional or in shock at what just happened.
You good? Anything I can get you? I'll step out for a
I'm
second.
supposed to be getting my husband.
Yeah, I think
Should I?
Detective Wolf was going to go down, or Sergeant Wolf was going to go down there and talk
Can
to
I
him.
call my lawyer?
Yeah.
Do I need my lawyer up here?
Do you?
Well, how long am I going to be up here?
You're up here voluntarily.
No, I know, but
We're not holding you.
no, I know, but how
Okay.
long they're going to kill me if I don't have one, just because of everything that's been going on. Should I call them, or are we going to be here much longer?
Okay, you are here. You are here of your own free will. Okay,
Okay.
you have to make those decisions for yourself. I can't.
Well, I didn't
tell
know
you
what
right
you guys
there.
needed.
No, let me tell you what we still have left to do. Okay, in this incident, we need to make sure that we can separate your DNA from his DNA.
So you guys have been married 35 years.
30-something.
It's a long time in this day and age.
Got married in, it's like 35. Close. 33, 35, 34.
Are you guys both from Missouri originally?
Mm-hmm.
You grew up in this area?
The hood.
How long you lived out this way?
Well, we lived in Florida for 11 years. And we moved
Where
back
at?
here, Naples.
Why would you move from Naples back here?
I didn't like Florida.
Why not?
Well, Naples, which is super gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
all-
talks about it.
It's all rich people.
There you go.
So, well, it's a service town. There's no real industry.
I got
The
you.
biggest employer was the school district.
Yeah.
So that tells you.
Yeah.
We had our own business down there. We did
Okay.
plantation shutters, but when we were down there 11 years, we did that and sold it and moved back after my dad died because my mom couldn't handle.
So you guys own your own business, H2 something?
Now we do, yeah.
What do you do?
We flip houses.
Oh,
That's just an aside. Because construction is what my husband does.
okay. So you buy houses that are in poor
Foreclosure.
condition, foreclosure, fix them up, and then sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you just do that. Do you ever buy houses and then like just rent them out and be landlords?
No. We've
No.
done that. We
You've
did
done
that
that?
down in Florida, yeah.
Not good.
No.
What's the problem with that?
People don't like to pay rent.
Well, yeah, of course, but you gotta make them.
It's hard. It was hard in Florida because they got the Sunshine Act that you have to go through this big lengthy process
To get somebody
to
removed.
evict them.
Yeah.
Could be months, but the Sunshine Act says if you have kids, it's even longer
Okay.
to get them out. And we tried.
So you really
We had a
got.
condo down there that we rented out, and
So you really got to vet your tenants.
and there's
even
no way
then-
to do that. One
Right.
of them we had was an ex-policeman.
Yeah.
Not on the force anymore. No brainer, right?
Well, he's an ex. Why is he? It depends. Why is he an ex?
I know. Don't know. But start skating, and then we found out that that's what they do, and then they move in the middle of the night type thing, which they did.
Become squatters.
Free.
So-
They
so
sit
it's
there free.
easier.
By
So-
time, I mean, it can take you a few months, especially when he was good. Very nice, clean kids, and wow, not this one, you know, and so that can go on for a few months. And then when you finally figure out, oh my gosh,
I'm
they're
getting
not gonna
scammed,
do
I gotta
it,
do something.
it's another 3 months through the eviction period.
And that costs you money just to deal with that, time
Yeah.
and money.
In the meantime, no mortgage payment.
Right. I can understand that.
So we did it, and we're like, I just don't like dealing with people like that.
So now that the housing market's kind of coming back, has it affected your business at all?
Yeah, not so much the housing market coming back, but because there's no inventory out there.
Yeah,
The
'cause
problem
everybody's-
is people are buying foreclosures. They're
Right.
buying- Now we'll see an influx of them losing them again because the real bad ones, if you can't do it yourself, people think, oh, I can do this, but really you don't get what's in there. A lot of them sit for a year, 2 years empty, which means broken pipes. You don't know it until you're
All
in
the
there.
interior stuff you don't know.
We've bought or looked at houses that have been halfway gutted. People try, and it's just too overwhelming. It's a lot of money,
So,
you know.
so your husband works for another employer, and he does
Yeah.
that on the side.
Yeah, we do it outside. We've done it since, gosh, we've done it for about 8 years.
So have you always
Well,
worked?
we quit in 2008 when the market fell.
Mhm.
We just quit because it just wasn't worth it. And then we started back up a couple years ago.
Have you always worked in that type of industry? You always worked in that industry?
I work in insurance. Yeah, no, we just like to, we've always renovated our own houses,
Right.
so
Yeah, if you can do it, and there's deals out there, it's not bad.
there
extra
is,
money.
the deals aren't out there anymore, that's
Well,
the
no,
problem.
I understand. I'm saying if they are.
No, I mean like, but the no inventory means
But man, what's this got to do with the swoop? Is they done questioning her?
banks are cranking up the prices of foreclosures.
Right.
So
Doesn't make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
There's no profit to be made.
there's no profit.
Yeah.
Not fixed up like we fix them. Like we'll do a whole new house for people inside. You know, kitchens, bathrooms, stove, refrigerator, everything, and there's just no margin anymore. It's real hard to find one.
Now your husband works in construction. Is that he also doing carpenter type stuff there too then?
Yeah, they do everything. But when we had our own business, he handmade plantation shutters, which are the interior shutters,
Uh-huh.
and that was his business down there.
So has he got a workshop at home he does everything in? Well, he sounds like a
He
industrious fellow.
Well, he did, but we don't have one at this house. We've only
Oh.
been at this house a year.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, pretty much everything's in his truck.
Okay.
You know,
So he
just
locks the
totes
doors
with
on his
him.
truck.
Park in the garage,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Florida. I wouldn't
it's
want to
just
live in
stinking
Florida.
hot.
But it's a dry heat. It's
No,
not
it's
Florida.
not.
I was teasing. They always say that. They always say that one time.
No, my brother-in-law lives in Arizona. Now, his is a dry heat, and he said, hot, still hot. Because it's always 100 something there. He's in Phoenix,
I know.
or Tucson.
Heat is always heat.
Yeah, it's just hot. If you go outside and sweat, I don't care if your pores are open or closed. It
Right.
doesn't matter. In Florida, literally, it would be so humid. It's like August for 6 months.
Yeah.
You walk out and your pores go,
Yeah, you don't want to be outside.
and I just got tired of that, you
At
know.
least here you get the heat, and then you get the fall and the
I like
winter.
to change. When I get sick of something, we're
Yeah.
going into something else.
Yeah, there's always a little
There
bit
it
of...
was like hot, like my sister-in-law lives in Minnesota. Same thing, 6 months cold. I mean, I don't want
Right.
that either. That's
No.
ridiculous. So,
Wait, hold on. Don't be talking about where I'm from and everything. You know what I'm saying? I got to represent. Yeah, 6 months cold, but you know what I'm saying? The summertime is what it is. If you're trying to go fishing or hunting, and you know what I mean? You can do that. You know what I mean? Stop hating. You know what I mean? That's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Where I resided and laid my head at for some years. You know what I'm saying? And was born at, you know, HCMC. You know what I'm saying? Quit playing with us. But back to the story.
snow and stuff. I
And
like
it's-
a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's why it's nice here, because you get a little bit of everything. Like you said, you get tired of it once, and then all of a
I
sudden
do.
here comes a change.
And it was fun at first, and then the other thing you got is in the winter when it's really nice and you're looking forward to the great weather, town was 3 times, 4 times its size.
Yeah.
Because of tourists.
Oh, yeah. I've never been there, but I know a couple people that
They
go down
treat
there.
your place like crap.
Right.
You can't get in restaurants. You can't get in anything because there's so many people. The traffic's horrid because they're not going to work. Everybody's lollygagging around. And it got to be, Naples has gotten so big now that it's just, we're like,
It's congested. It's
it's
just not.
so horrid.
Yeah.
So horrid. When you're in town, it's like a college town. When it gets taken over, it's like,
You ever live in a college town?
never wanted to.
Did you go to college? Where'd you go?
Down in Florida. I started UMSL up here.
Did you go to University of Florida?
No,
Florida
down in
State?
Naples.
What's the university? Is it local or what is it?
It's a private college down there. You had to go up to Fort Myers for part of it and then Naples for the rest of it. So yeah.
What'd you get your degree in?
MIS, Management Information Systems.
Sounds exciting.
It was. I haven't done it in a long time.
Well, as you can see, man, Shorty gave up she gave up what happened. She told y'all when we're down there. The story sounded a little inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? You got to go do your homework and do your research and listen to what you feel like Shorty was really talking about. And if Shorty was really telling the truth, because now she's doing a whole bunch of gibberish just to make herself feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, man, there was a lot of inconsistencies in the story. I'm going to have to be honest with you. Shorty was kind of a master manipulator because Shorty ain't really tell no information. Shorty just gave you exactly what you wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? And then what Shorty did was got to talking about real life and what really went down. So you know what I'm saying? If you do your research and do your homework, then you'll realize, man, Shorty said just enough to make herself know some information, but not to include herself into it enough to where it make her seem like she did it with any malice. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, man? Let me know how you feel. Do you think that she guilty? You know what I'm saying? Do you think she did something? Or do you think the story happened how it was? Did it seem like, that phone call, do it seem like that phone call was legit? Or do it seem like that phone call that Shorty gave in, did it sound set up? Like, because at the end of the day, we need to know what's really going on and what really happened to the story. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know what I'm saying? We kind of a little left with some questions. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Keep tapping in and let me know how you feel when you know what I'm saying, check out this questionnaire. But you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for tapping in with Broadway Beats, man. Till next time, man, we're going to hit y'all with some more questions. You know what I'm saying? And when we ask y'all the questions, tell us the truth, man. We don't need no runaround, you know what I mean? But every dog have his day and every cat gonna climb up his tree. You know what I'm saying? Y'all continue doing what y'all do. Stay blessed, man, and live y'all life to the fullest, man. Holler at me.